Today we will do a very good morning to all of you. I hope you are good and healthy. Now we will start the class, but essential for life, air and water, we have already completed. Very short answer of this question of this chapter I have given in the yesterday video. So go through the offline video, you will get all the answer in my last day video. So write all the answers of short answer question from your video, and the next question, that is the long answer question. These all are your homework, but I am telling you the answers. I will discuss with you so that you can, it will be easy for you to write. Okay, so 5 minutes I will take them for the discussion of the long answers. I hope you will able to write all the answer. Okay, so first see the page number 88. Short answers are written in your offline video I have given, so you go through it. Okay, yesterday the video I have uploaded, you go through it, you will get all the answers of short answer question, that is the E type question. Now we will discuss long answer, that is the F type question. Okay, so the long answer is page number. First question is write an activity to show that air occupies a space. So it is an activity. You see the answer is page number 82. So this is the activity what you have to write. But before to write the activity, at first you have to write the aim of the activity. What is the aim of your activity? Air occupies a space. You have to know that air occupies a space. Now you will write the method of the activity. So whatever the method is given, you have to write all through the method in a short form. You will write the method. Okay, now the next question. What is the next question? Write in brief about the layer of the atmosphere. So open this answer is page number 80, and you will write only the main functions of the layer. So I am telling you what you have to write, and you can underline these lines. So the what are the layers of the atmosphere? There are how many layers are there? There are the 5 main layers. And at first, troposphere, see the first, there is only one line, you will write it, is the lowest layer. All the changes in the weather occurs here. Okay, so you will write the first line. Then stratosphere, you have to underline from the ozone gas present in this layer absorb the harmful ultraviolet rays coming from the sun, and then these rays are very harmful to us, cause eye problems and skin cancer. So these 2 lines are very important, because ozone layer is protecting us from coming of this ultraviolet rays. And what is the, if ultraviolet rays reach to us, what will happen? Maybe we will have the skin problem, skin cancer, or maybe we will be sufferer of the eye problem. So these both lines you have to add in your answer. And the third line is mesosphere. This is the third line, and you have to write only meteoroids and the small rocks moving in its space are burned in this layer. So this is the line you have to just underline, or you mark this line. Okay, so you will get the only this line you have to mark. And the fourth is thermosphere. So you will write space shuttles move in this line, in this layer. So the space shuttles move in this layer. It is an important work. And the last is exosphere, is the outermost layer. So these all 5 lines you will write only one line, and that's why I have written only the main functions. So whatever you have to write, only main function you have to write, not the whole paragraph. You don't have to write the whole paragraph, only the main functions you have to write in your answer. Understood? Now next question. Okay, and now we will see the third question. What is the third question? How can we purify drinking water? So see, it is given in the page number 86. So answer 3 is page number 86. You have to write only the names of the methods. Okay, so names of the methods, what are they? First one is boiling. How we can get the purified water? Boiling is the way. Second one is chlorination, and third one is water, using water purifier. So we will write the names of the methods only for this answer. Okay, now the last answer, think and answer. Why do we not use distilled water for drinking, though it is the purest form? Anybody can give me the answer? Why we can't use the water for drinking, though it is the purest form? Distilled water is not used for drinking, but it is the purest form of water. Why we don't use the distilled water as a drinking water? Just write down distilled water. Okay, I'm writing here. You write down from the from here. Think and write. Write down. Distilled water does not have any gases, does not have any gases or inorganic salts, inorganic salts, minerals. So which impart the taste. Which imparts taste in water. So distilled water does not have any taste. It is soapy or bitter in taste. Okay, so write down distilled water does not have any gases or inorganic salts, minerals which impart taste in water. So distilled water does not have any taste, rather it is soapy or bitter in taste. That's why we don't use distilled water as a potable or drinkable water. Clear to you? Write fast so that we can start the next chapter. At least I want to give you some introduction for the next chapter. Don't take a mineral that is in our. Yes, in the normal water oxygen is there, some other gases are there which impart the taste. So without inorganic salt, without having the gases, these I mean these distilled water does not have any taste. That's why right you are who has written. Yes, Krishika, you are right. But you can write this also. Okay, inorganic salts and minerals are not present, as well as oxygen and carbon dioxide which are dissolved in the water, they also impart some taste. So it is tasteless water, or it little bit bitter in taste. Okay, that's why we don't use the distilled water. Clear to you? Okay, write fast, dear. Avipsha, write down fast. Write fast. Okay, now next we will start the new chapter, that is new chapter is Moon and Artificial Satellite. Moon and Artificial Satellite. So you know what is moon? Moon is a natural satellite. Everybody completed? Now yes, we will start chapter 11, Moon and Artificial Satellite. So do you know what is moon? Moon is a natural satellite of Earth, and it orbits around the Earth all the time. That's why it is orbiting, and that's why the different phases of the moon, we can see the different phases of the moon, as well as moon appears to us bigger than the other stars and the planets, because it is very near to our orbit, very near to the Earth's orbit. That is the reason. Otherwise other stars and other planets are more bigger than the moon, but as they are far away from us, so we see it seems to us very little one or very small one, isn't it? Now yes, Moon and Artificial Satellite. Yes, we have started, Avipsha. Now the moon is the brightest object in the night sky. Is it moon is a celestial body? What do you mean by celestial body? Which gives out the light. Celestial body means like sun is a celestial body, bulbs are celestial body. Is it moon is a celestial body? Is it moon is a celestial body? It gives out light of its own? No, very good. Who has given? Avipsha and Shefa has written no, because moon is consuming or absorbing the light of the sun, and in the night whatever the light we are seeing, it is reflecting back that light. So we can see the reflection of the sunlight during the night time. When we see moon, whatever the light is coming out from the moon, that is a reflection of the sunlight. Okay, and this is the reason we can see the moon is giving the light, but as usual moon is not a celestial body. So what are the celestial body? All stars are celestial body, sun is a celestial body, isn't it? Even the few type of organisms like Jonaki, Pokar, you can say the firefly, they are also celestial body, because they can produce their own light. Okay, so the objects which produces their own light, they are known as, they are called as celestial body. Clear to you? Okay, and whatever which are observing the light, they are called the opaque body. Okay, so sun is actually, moon is a opaque body, and sun is giving the light which it is absorbing, and in the night time it is reflecting back the light. Clear to you? Now the surface of the, if we see how much time it takes to orbit the Earth, how much time it takes to take one whole round through, I mean from the circle of the Earth. How much time it takes? It takes 27 days and 8 hours. So why do we count this 8 hours? Because after completing of 3 successive years, we can see we will have one more day, and that one more day in consecutive fourth year we add in the February month, and that's why we get the leap year, because the whole month is actually having 30 days. We are just whatever the calculation we are doing that, but what is the system of the moon takes a revolution, you can say, around the earth. It takes 27 days and 8 hours, and these 8 hours, 8 3s are 24. So after the completing of the 3 successive years, we will have one more day, because all 8 hours are adding together and they are increasing as a whole one day, and that will be that is added to the fourth year February month, and that's why we are every successive 4 years, or you can say after 3 consecutive years of February, on the fourth year of the February we are having 29 days, isn't it? Because these all 8 hours are being adding up and they are increasing one day, and that comes after each after 3 successive years. On the fourth year of the February, we can see there are 29 days, and that's why we are having the leap year, which is having 366 days. Understood? Okay, now yes, it is 27 and 8 hours, that's why we are having the leap year. Very good. Now what is the surface of the moon? If we'll see the surface of the moon, it is very uneven, or you can say the surface of the moon is covered with dark gray patches, and there are so many mountains are there, rocks are there, bare rocks are there, and due to this the surface of the moon appears consist of bright and dark color patches. Even we can see ditches, the bigger ditches in the moon surface, and these bigger ditches or the holes of the moon are called craters. Clear? So these holes, bigger holes which are present in the surface of the moon are called the craters. So the whole surface is very even, but when we are seeing away from the moon, from the earth, it seems to us very beautiful, very smooth, and very attractive, fascinating, isn't it? But it is actually not that. It is very uneven, and surface is very uneven, rough surface, and there are mountains and rocks are there are craters are there, which makes the moon very uneven surface. Now the next, if we'll see, there is no life on the moon. Do you know why the life do not persist in the moon? Yes, patches. Patches are actually, what is patch? What is patch? Craters are actually the patches means dark color and light color. So these are the patches. Suppose I am making here what is light, and then this is dark. So this is called the patch. Any kind of stained portion is called patch. Okay, and craters are the hole, big cone shaped, or you can say saucer shaped. Saucer means plate shape, that is spherical in structure, or you can say circular in, maybe the circular in shape. There are holes, and these holes are called craters. Understood? These patches are actually stains, because somewhere it is being lighted, somewhere it is being dark. Okay, that's why the patches are there, and craters are the big holes. Clear? Okay, now yes, no oxygen is there, or you can say, very good, there is no atmosphere, and in the atmosphere, actually blanket of air is called the atmosphere, and within this air oxygen is there, which is very essential for the breathing. We breathe oxygen, or you can say we breathe air. So without air, living things cannot exist. The 3 essential things are for the life of the human, that is air, and life supporting water is there. There is no water, there is no air, that's why there is no life. And how do we come to know that there is no air? Anybody can say? How do we come to know there is no air? How it is being proved that there is no air? Because the persons who went that on the surface of the moon, like the Neil Armstrong and any other person, you can say Michael Collins, they all, we cannot see that their footprints are being destroyed. As such, they have kept their shoes on the surface of the moon. The footprints are intact there as such. If air would be present there, then what would happen? Then air will be blown and these footprints will be covered by the dust and the dirt. But it is not happening in the moon. The footprints are intact as such, as so it is proving that there is no air. Understood? So this is the reason we can say there is no air. And the another thing, who went to this moon surface, they were unable to listen any kind of sound, as air travels through the sound travels through the air. If there is no air, that is the reason we cannot hear any sound in the moon. Okay, so these all are proving that there is no air. Tomorrow we will take again the class, and I will offline class maybe, so I will do all this, but I'm just explaining you little bit about the moon. And what is the gravity of moon? Can anybody can say why the gravity persists there? Due to the earth? Yes, nothing can be heard. Yes, right, you are Arya. There is nothing can be heard there. Now we know we have a center of gravity, and you know the gravitational force of earth pulls everything towards itself, isn't it? That's why any fruit is falling on the earth's surface, water is not flying over, they are also coming on the surface of the earth. Everything we can walk on the earth due to the pulling capacity or the pulling force of the earth, and that pulling force of the earth is called the gravitational force or the gravity. So as each and everything is, even the atmosphere is held to the earth due to this gravity, so this gravity also exert a gravitational force on the moon, and the moon is having also the gravitational force due to the earth gravitational force. But as it is orbiting around the earth, so its gravitational force is less than the earth, and it is 1/6 of the earth gravitational force. It is less than the earth gravitational force, and if we will calculate, so it will become 1/6 of the earth gravitational force. Okay, so but we will see the thing. Suppose Arya is 36 kg. Okay, so what would be the weight of Arya in the surface of the moon? Yes, Arya. Yes, it is. Avivsha, very good. So Avivsha calculated what will be the weight of Arya. Okay, so it will be the 6 kg onward. And if Avivsha is suppose 42 kg, so what will be your weight, Avivsha? Yeah. Yes, so anything it would be, it will be divided by 6, and we can calculate our weight. Whatever your weight, you will just divide it by 6, and you will come to know how much will be weight on the surface of the moon, yours weight. Okay, so that's all for the day, and I will just request you that you just draw all the phases of the moon, and you draw these two, lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse, so it will be easy for me to explain you. Okay, thank you and have a nice day, and please give your attendance. Thank you.